All right, it's Quinn Cantera, Pix 106, Rob Schneider in studio.
This is great, playing the Funny Bone. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. Hey, Rob.
Hey, buddy. I got my mic on? I can't hear you.
Yeah, you want the volume there?
All right, I think I got it. Hey, how are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. On my mic, it ain't working.
It's not. You're not getting any sound over there?
That's all right. No worries.
No. All right.
So
what's new?
Going on, boys and girls?
Well, listen, man. We've been. We're filming. We're filming this. You all right with that? Is that cool? No. All right. He doesn't want to be filmed.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, we were very proud of you, Rob. We were very proud of you.
Yes, you are. About what?
Well, about your coming out and talking about your harassment.
Can you take his music off there? I love Brubeck.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll take it down.
Okay.
Any other demands?
Yes, I don't
need a back rub.
No, if I'm going to hear,
tell
Brubeck,
the kid to put the camera down before he leaves.
I only want to hear. Take that up for a minute. I had a bad experience with that whole thing, so don't do it.
So don't film him. Don't play the music.
What else?
So
I'm
good. No, hey. So, are you proud of me for what? For getting up this morning? I got it at 1 o'clock in the morning.
No. For your you coming out.
Wait a minute.
Talk about your harassment on your TMZ video. What?
Yeah, that was a mistake to talk about that.
No,
was
but
it?
I bet. Here's what I bet happened. I bet you were just feeling the whole thing, and
Well,
I bet
very
you didn't.
Early.
You didn't plan to talk about it.
It wasn't like this was like when the Weinstein thing happened.
Yeah,
and like everybody's like, well, you must have known. I say, no, I don't know. And like, I mean, I knew he was a creepy guy.
And you had heard.
No, I never heard, honestly.
Really?
Oh. I mean, I'd never heard. I mean, I never did any movies with him. I heard he's like financially raping people. Yeah. But I didn't know it was like
he's not alone in Hollywood doing that though.
But but I think that like I didn't know. I mean, I just I knew he had like 8 female assistants, but like I mean, I just know it's a creepy business. I mean, I knew that every actress has a story, every single one,
and that's what stood out in your video. And I totally buy that. Every actress starting out has probably been cornered by some creep in some way.
Yeah,
shape,
and
or
it's
form.
usually like forget about like if you're lucky if you're a woman to get and this sounds horrible, but like at least if you're getting like bothered by a director sexually harassed, at least you made it that far to get in the room with the director.
Oh God!
But I know, and I mean that.
I mean
it
work
because the creepy stuff starts way before that.
Oh, really?
It starts with the agent. The creepiest guys in Hollywood are the agents. So a woman needs to get an agent. To get into the position to get sexually harassed by a director. And every woman that I know, I mean, from Charlize Theron to Rachel McAdams, I mean, every woman I know has a horror story. And now that, I'm amazed that I kept it. Because, like, I knew the Louis story. Thank God nobody ever asked me because, like, I'm also, like, a huge fan of...
Well, you knew the Louis story that he finally came out and explained? You knew that before
I knew that story from 2004. Now, and that kind of makes me feel weird about that I didn't say anything because I'm a huge fan of... masturbating. I'm a huge fan. And it's hard to
Who isn't? I mean, let's be honest.
No, but the thing is, I knew about that story, but I also knew that the girls that it happened to, Dana and Julia,
they weren't comedians.
They weren't ready to talk about it, or they didn't want it. They didn't want that to be their thing. Mm-hmm. And who could blame them? But it's been like, they do feel
that Aspen Comedy Festival
that helped. That was not that has hindered their career.
That Aspen Comedy Festival sort of breeds the coziness a little bit, doesn't it?
I don't know. No excuse for that.
No. Okay.
But I've worked with them. They were in my movie because Adam Sandler saw them at that thing and then hired them for something. And then he said, you got to use them for your movie.
Which one?
Deuce Bigelow, European Jiggle. And they were, we were all so stoned on that movie, But anyway, so they told me that story when it happened. And the thing I'll never forget about this story is when they said about the manager, Dave Becky, said that because they told everybody they knew about it. They didn't know what else to do when that happened up there. They didn't know if they can call the police, But they said what Dave Becky said to them, which was, if you tell anybody else's story, I'll bury your career.
Wow.
And these are like girls in their 20s who's trying to start out.
Nobody wants their career buried.
I get it.
No.
Yeah. No,
and it's like, and he comes out with it, well, it's because he was married at the time. Not bullshit. He knew what happened. And so I think that's just another layer of lies that's happening,
Here's my theory. I feel like, and I'm not saying it's right, but these guys being accused are smart and powerful. There's a reason why. I feel like they're going to, like the NFL's doing to Colin Kaepernick, they can't outwardly collude, but in Hollywood, they're just going to start boxing out women from movies. They're going to, we're going to see more Mrs. Doubtfires, more men playing women and less women in actual movies. That's what I feel like.
I'm not against that. Just being an actor. No, but what happened to me? It's like when it's hard to talk about early in the morning with morning show people driving. Talking about sexual harassment.
Oh, trust me, they're used to it here.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Lauer's been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
They're used to hearing it from us.
I didn't see that coming. The Matt Lauer one. It's like, to me, they want to have their cake and eat it too. Now here's a guy, Matt Lauer, who has his whole thing is that he's a good guy. His whole thing is like, I'm married and I'm a good guy. I'm a dad now, and he's transitioning into grandpa or whatever the thing was. And the truth was, he was just like anyone in that office he would harass. He was like, he could go out and get laid if he wanted. He's a good enough guy. He could go out to a bar, meet women, and have that. He could have the most amazing Tinder account. But he wants to maintain that thing too. So he made his workplace his own, stable of inequity.
It's almost like a harem of some sort. Or
exactly.
He had
that's what I meant by stable.
But the stable, I've seen
that. If you look
up
stable, harem, it's pretty much.
Well, sorry. All right. Well, harem, stable sounds like he's keeping horses to me.
But that's the weird thing is about he wanted to maintain that thing. But in the workplace, and then the guys are stupid.
Sure.
The guys just thinking well, she's got to be okay with it, blah, blah, blah. It's it's a willful ignorance, but it's an ignorance, and that's, and then, it's one thing to hit on women, but to take it to that next level. That's the weird thing to me that I don't
Take your pants off, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough enough to get excited for me when a woman is excited. What is the excitement when she's repulsed?
Yeah.
How is that a turn on? This is really disgusting. I know. I don't know how they do it.
I don't know how they do it. But what about this?
You're a pig. I'll show you a pig. Yeah, I am a pig.
What about when it's a politician? You get the partisan view. You get the doesn't
that's
matter.
What I was trying. I got crapped on recently because I supported Al Franken because I think because the pictures that I saw, and I know Leanne Tweeden, she's lovely, and I went on a USO show with her. She's the girl that claims that Al Franken was, and I saw the picture, and he wasn't really touching her; he was joking about touching her. So, not pretending to touch somebody isn't an actual sexual assault. We have to draw the line somewhere, and who we're going to be drawn and quartered. I think Matt Lauer, Charlie Rose.
There's different levels.
Yeah,
let's not forget about Roy Moore. I mean, there's different levels.
Yeah, I mean, the Roy Moore one is uber creepy. It's super creepy, and it's just because of the politics involved and how close it is in the Senate that people. If we're really trying to make the workplace safer and add and increase decency for women, then we have to it can't be politics. Got to be taken out of it.
So when you were on SNL, were you there when Al was there?
Yes, I worked with him for 4 years.
So
never an incident.
So this isn't behavior you've seen from Al Franken before.
Never once seen it. However, when you're on those USO tours, it's many, many hours of absolute abject boredom. You get on a C-17 cargo plane, which is like Southwest without the
chairs.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's really a tough, not easy thing. You don't land, you refuel in the air. Okay?
Well, but you have fun like that because you're trying to kill time with boredom, and maybe you're
trying to do anything for laughs.
Trying to make people laugh. I
was throwing pillows. I'm not pretending to grab people's boobs, but I was doing anything I could. And so, I don't think. I mean, I don't think she's lying. I think that I just don't think he's a serial harasser.
What makes these accusations credible is that no one's asking for anything. No one's asking for money or anything. No one's suing anyone. Right?
Yeah.
They're just telling the story.
No.
So.
Well, I think it's good though because a lot of these people need to be called out on this, and I think it's finally happening, and I think hopefully the workplace will be improved. Hopefully, I mean I would hope so, but also you know what, guys are that stupid that there's still going to happen. But I do think that people in positions of power, guys are going to at least think, hey, because there's always going to be jerks, always sexual harassers, but they're going to be on guard now.
That's what I'm saying.
And there's a difference between hitting on a girl, hitting on a woman. That's one thing that's always going to happen. but using your position of power at your workplace.
Rob, do you remember being here last time, or talking to us last time?
It was on the phone.
It was on the phone.
Pushing the second season of your Netflix show.
Oh, yeah.
And I say this because let me preface it by saying we just want to be pals. We want to be friends. We like you.
We're
we
fans.
like everything about
you.
you, who you associate with, what you do, and all that stuff. We're fans. And the last time we spoke to you, you yawned. You yawned.
And you're interviewing, and then you get defensive. And you're like, I'm in L.A., and enough questions about Sandler. And we're like, oh, man, he hates us.
No, I know.
But you're
I
so
don't
great
hate you
today.
guys.
You're awake. You're animated. It's
Well,
nice.
first of all, when I'm doing this, I did about 80 radio shows.
Right.
Yeah,
In a row,
of course.
in a row.
Sometimes
I get
maybe the
that.
people before weren't as nice.
You can.
It happens. Not this is a weird thing, but here's what happens. After this, the whole sexual harassment thing,
right?
And and I just remember the director. I'll tell you off air who he was.
Okay, good.
He's dead now, though.
Good.
He's dead now. Yeah, but so I
Had
feel
him crawl. Had you crawling towards him like some sort of flash dance video?
Yeah, but the weird thing is, I never thought of it's a sexual harassment. I was just the whole time I was thinking he's sitting down and go, hey, somebody's got to tell him about his robe being open because he's going to be embarrassed.
Oh, you're just so young. What do you know?
You want the part.
And then he said, crawl on the ground, and I crawl on the floor, and I went okay, crawl, all right, okay. He's the director, he knows what he's doing. I'm still not. It's not coming to me. I know something weird's happening, but it's not coming to me yet. You know what I mean? And then he directed Woody Allen in a movie, So it's like this is a guy. I'm still thinking, well, it's not that weird yet. But he said crawl on the floor, and I went well, which? He didn't say which direction. Well, I'm just going to crawl away from the dick. That's what I'm going to do. And then I got out of
That's
there.
a good move, man.
But then the weird thing is, then I didn't tell anybody. You don't think about telling it. It was humiliating. And then and then I didn't tell my agent what happened. But my agent called me and he said, "Well, what? How'd you do?" And I said, "I don't know, but I think you really like me."
Put together a wheel of next, just to your left. These are people who very well may be accused. Do you want to add anyone to the wheel of next?
Oh, God.
There's some great names on there. If you want to read some, Betsy DeVos is on there, the My Pillow guy.
She's the newest one, Betsy DeVos.
On the wheel
We
of
figured
next.
a billionaire woman may have a shot at being.
I put Sandler
next.
on there because I thought, we like Adam.
First of all, that's another thing, too, is the guys who could meet girls and have success with girls wouldn't ever, or don't have to. It's the creepy guys or the guys who are,
if they could even get to that point,
there's the potential. There's the crossover guys who could be creepy, and then if you had alcohol, drugs, and fame and stuff like that, it could be
dangerous. Yeah. Michael J. Fox is on there, but only because it can be anybody. Who's next? We don't know.
I put myself on there as preventative maintenance.
Michael J. Fox could be misinterpreted that he's touching you.
Attaboy, Rob. I love that. Good stuff.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I do. I love it.
If you want to add someone or you want to spin it, it's whatever you want to do. I didn't know.
Let me think of somebody that
think
you
of
could
somebody
add.
that adds that. Are those
who would be?
Are those Birkenstocks?
Yes,
those are nice Birks, man.
Thanks.
You wearing Birkenstocks? Seriously, nice. Look at you, nice sweater.
Who would be he was a big media star now that you could imagine. To me, it's some of the guys actors that I know that did stuff and did get caught back in the 90s. I'm surprised it hasn't come up.
Like Spade? What do you mean?
Do you want to out someone now?
Well,
make some news.
Spade's got a problem somewhere.
Rob Lowe must have been shaking in his boots that this hasn't been brought up in 20 years. Every morning it's there's something. But I don't know. I mean,
all right, no pressure.
But who is a big media guy? I mean, they've already gotten all the everybody in the mornings is going.
Wolf.
Now.
No. They got Stephanopoulos and Strahan on CBS.
Oh yeah,
they're on one of the networks. ABC
yeah, that's true.
That's
true.
I don't know.
No problem.
Strahan. I mean, it would be nice. Who would be fun if it was maybe one of the late night guys. Well, I tell you, I did know for sure that one of the former late night guys was doing it. For sure.
Well, I mean, we all kind of thought about Letterman when this kind of happened.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think he was a sexual harasser, but
right.
No. There was another guy.
I put Leno on there. Leno's on the wheel. No.
Did his name start with a C, and then did he leave a very popular show that became more popular afterwards? Tall guy, blonde hair.
And not that guy.
Okay.
But you're in the area.
Oh, okay.
I'm out of
Okay.
this.
Kilborn, remember him?
Oh, but I'm not surprised by that.
It's not him.
No, but
I've heard bad things about him.
I was at the show one of these late night shows where I heard like the guy was, seeing one of the pages, like, and that, like, it's why he was going to come see it. And then one of the other people say, oh, he's with one of the, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And I said, now, if they're telling me and I'm a guest,
everyone knows.
Everybody knows.
You know?
Wow.
But it's like, I don't know. I mean, at a certain point, too, I mean, there's like, if it's not sexual harassment, if it's just in the workplace and they're okay with it. So it's just a weird time. But I still think what the most interesting thing that came out about the Matt Lauer thing, it's like, these were consensual. It's like, you have to know that you're in the position of power. So like that is something that, like, that's the seminal moment for guys to wake up to. If you're in a position of power,
don't abuse it.
Yeah, well, it's not. Or don't even. You have to know that there's already kind of in the workplace. That's already a funky thing. I just remember like Michael Caine saying years ago, like, you don't want to ever go out with your lead actress because it's like it ruins the chemistry. You can go out with anybody you want. Why would you want to mess up with your work?
But in the movies, some reason you're always attracted to your lead actress, right? It's always the way.
I was never attracted. I mean, I'm attracted, but I was never went out with an actress ever because like the only person and there's only room in the family for one a-hole, and I'm it. You know what I mean? I only want one selfish person in the relationship, and that position is taken.
How's the daughter's career, by the way?
She's doing great.
Kicking ass, right?
She's got a new album coming out that she's really proud of.
And your Netflix show's doing all right?
And she's on some island right now having a good time.
With who?
But she's trying to work it out with whatever, so I don't know.
Work it out with
another, do you talk to her?
Work it out with the dude?
She's got some things.
Does she like you?
You know what? She has her moments. I missed a lot when she was younger.
You did, and now you're like super dad to your new kid, and she's probably pissed off about that.
She's really really making an effort though to like
that's cool.
Spend time with my kids. She just took. She's got to stop spending her money on the new kids though, because she's just such a sweetheart. She's like, just come out. So we went to 2 nights ago. We were at some what do you call it? One of those.
Is it Elle or Ellie?
I call her Ellie. But
Ellie
it's
King,
Elle.
right?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Who has more money, you or her? She sold a lot of albums.
She just signed a huge deal.
Yeah.
So I think she's gonna lap me soon.
Oh man!
But she's the new album.
Take that as a compliment.
But we went to the arcade game the other day in the putt golf course with my little 5-year-old, her sister, and just had fun. So nice. I think at the end of the day, all the money and the fame and stuff really counts as, of course, family.
Sure.
So, well said, man.
But the new album is killer. I heard some of it.
Awesome.
It's just ridiculously good.
It's great to watch her rise.
Yeah, I feel sorry for. I mean, I never talk about her publicly because it's like it's tough enough. She had to grow up being like Deuce Bigelow's daughter.
But her mom was a model, right?
Yeah, but
you did all right.
But she was like Dad, I don't want to go to school this week until I see your movie, just in case, And then and she was in Deuce Bigelow. She was the Girl Scout in that.
I had no idea.
Oh, no kidding.
And she's great.
Nails here is a huge fan, by the way.
She just didn't want to. She just didn't want to. I mean, if you're the kid of a famous person, you don't have to. You don't want to deal with that. Your rest of your life, you want to do your own thing. And I totally. It's like I try to respect that as best I can, but I'm really proud of her. So it's
the movie was Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. I mean,
I
that's
know.
It's gonna.
That was a fun one.
Paid for that private school she went to.
If my dad did that, I'd be like, what is he doing?
That movie's the second highest grossing movie of the year for that in 2000. In the year 2000, yeah, for on DVD, it made $180 million.
The next radio station is going to be pissed because we're taking their time.
No, this was fun. I enjoyed it.
A, you brought it. B, I feel like we were kind of like therapy for you this morning. I could be wrong, but I'm going to take it that way. We know you've got the show on Netflix, second season. You're playing the Funny Bone tonight. But what's your next movie, and where are you working on? What's in the works?
I'm trying to figure that out now. I mean, literally, I'm like, different time in my career where I'm thinking, I'd like to do the 3rd season of Real Rob. Netflix, they've been great to us. They gave us 1 note in 3 years. And I told them, I said, you got 8 episodes. How long is it going to take? And I said, I think maybe 2 years. I mean, if you really let me do, they're like 8 half-hour movies. So I think it's the best thing I've ever done, these Real Rob on Netflix. The 2nd season's great. We got this amazing, the best composer in the world, Ennio Morricone.
Okay.
He did The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
No kidding.
He just won an Academy Award for. So I said, I want him. Wow. So we I got his son's number in Italy, and we just called him up, and we got him.
That's awesome.
And we got 100. We had a 100-piece orchestra from Bulgaria. So if you do the scene, it's unbelievable.
Just spend that Netflix money, huh?
I know.
You don't care.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
You just have to call people and just. So the 8th episode is just phenomenal. So I'm really proud of it. And then I don't know what the heck we're going to do. I don't know how we can top that. But we're thinking about it, and then trying to figure out this next movie, and then where, and then Jerry Lewis just passed away, so. I've been talking to the family about redoing one of his movies.
I'd love to see you do Jerry.
That's
dude.
great.
So, yeah, and then there's like this crazy movie that he did that we're trying. It's about a movie about making the movie, because maybe the worst movie ever made. And I'm thinking about doing a movie about that experience. Was him doing a movie called The Day the Clown Cried, which is like it's about.
It's not. It's one of his.
He never released it.
Okay.
He never released the movie. It's about a guy. It's about this famous comedian, Jerry Lewis, and it's true. He really tried to make this movie about the day the clown cried, about a clown during in a concentration camp walking children into the gas station.
You don't want to do that, Rob.
No.
No, you need to do that.
It's about the making of like the narcissism and the megalomaniacal idea. Like, no, this is the story I want to tell.
It's a great concept, though.
No, and I'm telling you, it was like I know one of the guys. Only 4 people have ever seen the movie. But when his attorney, his manager,
I can't imagine,
and the head of the distributor of the film, and Jerry, and after they screened it, they said, Jerry, if anybody sees this movie out of this room, you'll never work again.
And here you are wanting to recreate
anything. Well, I want to do the story of the making it, and the story of the decision to not release it.
I like it. I like it.
So, but it's very narrow. I mean, I don't know if to say, hey, let's go see that movie about the making of a movie. But, at this point in my career, I just want to do stuff that I like. So
You've earned it. You've earned it.
Keep going, brother. Thanks for coming in.
Will
Go
you sign
kick some
my egg
ass.
before you leave? Will you sign my egg?
Absolutely.
I got a hard-boiled egg here.
And I'll think of the next person.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
Rob
this was
Schneider.
great,
Mr. Rogers.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun. We had a good time today. Thanks for coming in, Rob Schneider. Go see him at the Funny Bone.
Vince.
Quinn and Cantera.
Oh, that was good.
It's like a one-legged race to the liquor store. Mornings on Pix 106.